right now, he's still a little vulnerable with some big punches, and he has to know how to survive, and I think he showed that tonight.
Virgil, in the fourth round, Amir got caught with the left foot. What did you say to him after that round?
Well, I thought he was a little anxious, but I think if everybody looks at the replay tonight or whenever they can, their feet got tangled up. Amir's back foot got tangled up with Diaz, and Diaz hit him when they were tangled up. So it was a good punch, but I think even he'll admit that their feet got tangled up, but it was a good punch, and I think he felt that punch.
Virgil, how did you stop him being vulnerable to big punches?
Well, look, let's be real about boxing. I discussed it with everybody, family. I discussed it with Richard. You're at the top level now. So if you look at the guys that Amir has had trouble with, let's start with Danny Garcia. He's with Angel Garcia all the time. Let's look at Lamont Peterson. He's with Barry Hunter all the time. Julio Diaz is with Joel Diaz all the time. I see Amir 3 months when he comes over here. So the competition can creep ahead of you because in reality, Andre Ward is with me all the time. So I'm able to teach him, I'm able in 3 weeks to go back to the gym and work on the mistakes. That's where you work on the mistakes in the downtime. Once you're in camp preparing for a fight, you have to prepare for who you're getting ready to fight. But if you're able to work on the mistakes in the downtime and then you're able to prepare for the fight, you can see in the gym that the different mistakes are corrected. So it's, you know, he and I have discussed this and he's in agreement with me. We're going to see if we can spend more time together. So we have to acknowledge that. Right now, he's at a disadvantage because of the distance between us. When the guys that he's getting ready to face, who's up there in the welterweight division, that's tough. Floyd Mayweather is with Roger Mayweather all the time. His dad all the time. Canelo was with Renezo all the time. They live there together. So he's at a disadvantage when it comes to that and when he, you know, all the teaching that needs to be done in between fights. So I think that's something that we acknowledge, and I think that's something that we're going to work on and see if we can bring him up to the level that we need him to be. And I think if he does that, he'll take off to another level. I'm confident of that because he was in a tough fight tonight with a great champion. We want food. I know a lot of the critics and everybody knocked this fight. Oh, it's just another stepping stone. Richard Schaefer was serving him up a fat dinner. We knew it wasn't like that. We trained hard for this fight. You know, a great champion can call up a fight. And if you look at his last fight, you knew he was for real. So we knew it was a tough fight, and I kept telling him it was going to be a tough fight. I worked with him on getting knocked down. I made him face it. You can get knocked down in this fight. This is what you do. So I think he indicated that. I think he showed that.
Well, maybe we can, at this point, go to